Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. I'm being joined by Mr. Bumpy himself, Bumpy isms. You
Cheers.
probably know who he is if you watch my channel. If not, go check him out. I'll post a link in the description below. So, we're drinking a beer from Treehouse. We were at the brewery earlier today. Bumpy's first time at the Tewksbury location. Got
Inside.
Inside. Got some...
First time having their pizza.
Yeah. So, this is called Tree of Grace. This is a $28 bottle. We got the seal. I mean, it was completely covered in wax, so got it worked off of there so we could open the bottle without too much trouble. This is a barrel-aged barley wine, aged in bourbon barrels for 1 year, before an additional year aging in rum barrels. A product of time, patience, and carefully studied brewing acumen. This beer presents over a decade of learned experience in its creation. So, this beer clocks in at 15.5% alcohol by volume. I love how they put on the label now, Treehouse Brewing, Charlton, Mass, South Deerfield, Mass, Sandwich, Mass, Tewksbury, Boston, Woodstock, and Saratoga Springs. So they have breweries in multiple states up in New England now. Never had this beer. Bumpy's never had this beer.
Saratoga Springs, that's New York though, right?
So they have New York. They also have Connecticut. Woodstock is in Connecticut. Sandwich is in Mass. Charlton, South Deerfield, Mass, and Tewksbury's in Mass. So,
But the sandwich one is more of like a, don't they do like
Kinda like
apple
a-
cider or something?
I'm not really sure about that, actually. They may. But the Tewksbury location has liquor, liqueur, all the beers. They have like coffee. Treehouse brews their own coffee. So it's a really cool spot. And of course they have pizza.
Yeah. I picked up a bottle of one of their gins.
What we might review later. I don't know.
The big pickle. It's a pickle flavored gin.
Ooh. Dark brown. Try not to...
No head.
No. I was trying to pour kind of aggressively.
So 0 head. Let's I'm gonna swirl and see if I can generate.
A little bit. I got a little bit of head. Just a little
Yeah,
sliver.
I kind of get that. Just ring around the center. It looks like coffee. Kind
I'm
of.
smelling it already.
After you stir up like coffee with some sugar in it.
So aged in bourbon barrels for a year, and then
I can already smell
another
it. It
year
smells
in
like
rum.
brandy almost.
Well, the rum, I think the rum and the bourbon combined.
This is. I haven't brought it to my nose. This is just like
it's very
got a
strong.
lot of aromas.
15.5%. Getting a ton of
It's
aromatics.
deep raisin.
Yeah, dark fruit galore.
It's
Getting some
raisin fig.
Fig, yeah.
Little spice note.
Maybe cinnamon.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, like a cinnamon or something.
It smells really good. I love... So, $28 a bottle, 15.5%. I mean, you're paying premium for this, but it's a full 22-ounce bottle, which I was not expecting. And it's, I mean, you're talking about 2 years aging. 1 year in bourbon barrels and then another year in rum barrels. It took a lot of time, effort, money to make this beer, because you have to store it in your own warehouses, which takes up space. They could be brewing something else, but they're letting these bottles sit and age, and man, it smells good.
I mean, the basic way I would break it down. Now we've had similar aromas from other beers. I think maybe even Treehouse or something.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon raisin bread, cinnamon swirl raisin bread from like was it Thomas? Is it Tom or Pepperidge Farm?
Oh, Pepperidge Farm.
Yeah, Thomas makes the bagels.
Thomas does bagels. Pepperidge Farm does the cinnamon toast or the cinnamon raisin bread, cinnamon swirl. They have all kinds, but yeah, it smells really good. I'm dying to get into this.
Cheers. Now, what was the ABV again?
15.5.
All right, we're starting small tonight, folks.
tobacco. Loads of dark fruit, tobacco.
Thick.
Thick, but not...
Coating.
I mean, look at that. There's alcohol legs.
Yeah.
There you go. See that? Alcohol legs, baby. Big time.
This reckons me back to the day of... Now, I don't think that I had any barrel aged. I'm not sure. Maybe some of them were barrel aged. But back when Clown Shoes was actually really good,
Before they...
and they used to have stellar barley wines, and this is kind of
Smutty
remnants
Nose, too.
of that.
Smutty Nose wheat wine, although that was a little lighter, but... Oh.
You're a son of a bitch, by the way.
Why? Smutty Nose?
That's what you afterwards.
Because I'm making you sleep out in the shed?
You bastard.
Oh, man. This is good. So, excuse me, a little bit of sweetness on the back end, which I think is a combination of the malt character, and I think the rum barrel aging kind of lends a little bit of extra sweetness. I'm not in on the... There's something happened. I didn't fart again. Is that what it is?
That's what I think. Or is it just like
No,
wafting back again?
It's not.
I definitely smelled
No.
it.
I was like, what could he be talking about? No. I have not passed any more gas. Maybe Toby did. He's gassing.
He gassing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The dog's out here with us. And his stink, it's like sulfur, dead animals, fish, all the best aromas. I'm loving this. I would say it's worth every penny. I mean, 2 years, 2 different barrels, dark fruit galore, tobacco, great bready malt character, a little bit of like that spice note. I mean, there's no cinnamon or anything in here, but you almost get a little bit of like a cinnamon sugar, cinnamon sweetness type feel to it.
Yeah, very bready as well. Dark bread. Warming for sure. Like it doesn't taste like super boozy, but there's definitely like it starts like right here in
feel
the
it.
Adam's apple.
Yeah, you feel
So
it.
if you're a female, you wouldn't be able to feel it because you don't have an Adam's apple.
Man. It drinks a lot to me, like, compare some of the best, and this isn't even a stout. It almost drinks like a stout. I mean, it's a heavy barley wine, but it drinks a little bit like Bourbon County. A little bit less of like the dark chocolate, the dark roasted malt. There is some of that there, but it's really mostly like dark fruit, tobacco, and
Figgy
raisin, maybe a little cinnamon. The sweetness on the back end, not quite molasses, but you get that rum feel to it, like maybe...
I think underlining a little bit of apricot, too. I think there's a touch of
Yeah.
apricot in it. It is probably one of the thicker, I mean, my lips are sticky. Probably one of the thicker barley wines that I've ever had.
It drinks almost like a Bourbon County Stout in as far as the body, mouthfeel.
It's thicker than a Bourbon County Stout.
Some of the variants, maybe.
This is more like something like from Mortalis. You know, like one of their Imperial Stouts? Yeah.
Mortalis, though, a lot of their Imperial Stouts are not barrel-aged, and they're like a little bit more...
And they put marshmallows
like pastry style, which I don't like. They're too sweet for me. This one is kind of like right at the top as far as what I want with sweetness in a beer. Any sweeter, this would probably be cloying, but it's perfectly balanced for what it is. The barrel presence is definitely there. It's oaky, it's fruity, it's bready, it's warming. It's like, I mean, it's freaking what, 18 degrees outside right now, so this is like the perfect beer for this weather.
We could go drink this outside right now in our t-shirts and we'd be okay.
We'd be all right.
We're gonna start sweating here pretty soon, though.
No carbonation to speak of. I mean,
I don't know. I wasn't even concentrating on that.
I wasn't either, but I just thought about it. I'm just like, yeah. I mean, which you don't really. You getting some? I wasn't getting any carbonation. I mean, it's.
You feel the fizz on your.
Like a liqueur.
Get it like right on the tip of your tongue. You feel the fizz.
Yeah, but it's low. It's definitely low carbonation.
It's fizzy.
almost I just got a little bit of like a cola note in there too.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like a concentrated cola syrup. What happened?
I don't know. Oh, we're still going.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I guess the computer
Is there a timeout thing?
timed out. It doesn't do that when you're like. I guess for this it does. Anyway,
so that means we have to
we have to
quicker.
wrap it up. So I'm ready. I'm gonna give this a 98. I think this is world class.
I'm not gonna give it a 98.
I know you're not. You're gonna give it a much lower.
I'm gonna give it a 90, 96.
Oh, that's really good for your rating.
It's definitely mid-range excellent for me. So
yeah. This is world class for me. It doesn't get much better than this. I think the flavors are all nicely balanced. The tobacco, the dark fruit. It's not cloyingly sweet. You get the bourbon. You get the rum barrel kind of sappy, sweet type of, not quite maple syrup, but definitely like maybe molasses on the back end from the rum barrel aging. A little bit of that spice kick, like a cinnamon. We were talking about that earlier. Apricot, which is interesting. The more I sip on it, the more I'm getting like an apricot type of thing as well. It's very complex. It's very enjoyable. And for $28 a bottle, I mean, it's not cheap, but if you like Treehouse beers, if you like barrel-aged barley wines, it doesn't get much better than this because you get 2 different barrels, 2 years of aging, and you get a lot of complex flavors. You get everything that I want in a barley wine is in this beer.
I think the one thing that would keep me from putting this up there into that like top end excellent is just the mouthfeel, the thickness of it. I'd like a medium body on this.
I kind of feel like it is. To me, this is not too thick. I think because it's not. To me, it's not quite syrupy, and it's definitely not cloyingly sweet.
I don't know, I'm getting all sticky lip.
Well,
so
you're a sweet son of a bitch. All right, so 96, 98, most excellent to world-class beer from Treehouse. Alcohol's masked well. It is warming going down, but it doesn't really drink like a 15.5%
It definitely
beer.
leaves alcohol legs.
Yeah, for sure.
You can see that right there.
A winner, though. So, what is this called? Tree of Grace. Buy it. Try it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you have a Treehouse location near you, you get the full bomber bottle as well. Typically, the barrel-aged bottles that you buy are 12 ounces, so you get a little bit more bang for your buck with this one as well. But an excellent barley wine from Treehouse. So yeah, that'll do it for this beer review, guys. Go check out Bumpy. I'll leave his link in the description below. And more beer reviews to come. But that'll do it for this one. Until next time, cheers, everybody.
Thanks for watching.